If you were on X today, jabronis who call themselves analysts would have tried to convince you that anticipatory skills at the quarterback position are overrated. Well, tonight, me and Martin will show you why that's a lie and how anticipation can be a superpower for quarterbacks in what was arguably Tua's best game of the season so far from an efficiency level. It's Tua Tuesday, so let's do it. Let's get into the Week 13 film.
Touchdown! Got it! You have got to be kidding me. Jalen Waddle has a Dolphin touchdown. And he will score! Field down the near side, man open, touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep! He's got it for a touchdown! He's in! Touchdown!
Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. Let's go! What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one, switching it up a little bit, taking the homie Omar Kelly's advice a little bit. We'll try this out for a little bit, see how it goes. I think for Sundays and for at least the live reaction stream, we will have the waiting room to give you guys chances to come here, but we're going to scrap that waiting room for a little bit and just, use it sparingly here. So as you come in, do me the favor, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. The homie Martin Ukpai will be here in a little bit. He's running a little bit behind, but we wanted to get out here and get ahead of it before Hard Knocks pops up off this evening. Man, I know we all excited, Dolphin fans, especially after that win. We want to see behind the scenes just how that might have looked. You know what I mean? So listen. A couple things I want to talk about. Man, number one in the AFC right now. Who would have thunk that with a backup quarterback, the Bengals would have got it done? Now it took an injury to Trevor Lawrence. It's apparently just a sprain. It's nothing serious, not a fracture or anything like that. So, kind of crazy how things, the Chiefs lost. The Jags lost. Things just things continue to go our way, whether we were on the bye, whether we play on a Friday and let the weekend play out. Things just continue to go the Miami Dolphins way right now. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. And I say it all the time. It's a beautiful day to be a Dolphins fan. And I mean, I woke up, I tweeted out, I had to bump that Tina Turner, who's simply the best. That's what we are right now. Shout out to everyone who's already showing up. Shout out to Omar Brown, Pro Special, Daryl, Chef Jew, Taryn Longhover, Aladino, Robert Thomason, Skippy. Shout out to the homie Coach AJ, Jorge, J Fam. Who else? Paulie King 305, Scotty. Number one in the AFC in December. Is this real life? Hey, I those narratives that Tua in this team can't play well in December. They got off to a real bad start against the Washington Commanders. That's for sure. I mean, that was an absolute destruction. I have to say, an absolute destruction by the Miami Dolphins. And that offense was even better than what I thought they would be. Jeez Louise. Been verbally assaulted twice today, met my quota all night. What did you go out for? Because, I mean, I went off today. I just saw some dumb things on the timeline today. And, it was one of those days where you feel like Dr. Evil. You go on and you're like surrounded by freaking idiots. Shout out to Lutheran Bahamas in the house. One of my favorite places in the world. If the Dolphins were going to contend, they should have scored at least 70 points. I'm waiting to hear that from some of these clowns. It's ridiculous. Shout out to King Musaman with the $10 donation. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Rhino, brother, it's unbelievable. I mean, every day I log on and I'm reminded of why I fell back on Twitter so hard. Why I don't take it as seriously as I used to take it 2 years ago. Because holy Lord, if you want a quick shot, if you want to do something, I don't know why you'd want to do it, but if you want something that's going to lower your IQ or attempt to lower your IQ within a matter of minutes, just go log on to X and go look for some of these PFF and Ringer analysis takes on Tua Tagovailoa, because listen, I'll talk about it. So what happened today on Twitter was just absolutely ridiculous. You had Stephen Ruiz of the Ringer, who's his quarterback list is an absolute joke. He's a Herbert fan. All right. They got to be blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'5", big arm. That's what they got to be. All right. And you look at, this other guy, I don't even know his name. It's PFF_Moo. He works for PFF as well. They tried to basically crap on Tua and Purdy, and they were, anticipation, is the most overrated word. And then they tried to basically make the case that anticipation, there's a thin line. Literally, this is a quote. There's a thin line between anticipation and guessing. I mean, I'm sitting here. We're talking about these guys who claim to be analysts. I told them straight up. I said, it's embarrassing that you guys get paid to talk about football. It absolutely is 110%. It's absolutely embarrassing. I mean, I told Martin today because Martin don't have Twitter, and he even couldn't believe it. And I read the thread to him. I mean, let me go. Let me read the thread just so you guys understand and these guys didn't like Tua pre-draft, Herbert guys, just can't admit they were wrong. That's what we're dealing with type of stuff, right? And listen, okay, this is what set it up. Timo, whatever his name is PFF_Moo. He says anticipation is the worst word of the year. Stephen Ruiz, who his Ringer quarterback list is an absolute fucking joke. Pardon my language. He said 100% agree. Anticipation isn't always a good thing. The line between what we call anticipating and what we call guessing is very thin. Just ask 2015 Peyton Manning. Holy shit. This is what we're talking about. Then nobody jumped the line between great anticipation and pure guessing more often than Jameis Winston. Then Stephen Ruiz replies to that. Put one of these in Shanahan's QBs and Arians offense and let's really have some fun. I mean, this is what we're talking about. These people are actually trying to downplay anticipation. And I'm going to have multiple examples tonight where you see the anticipation is there based on high-level pre-snap processing. And you got people trying to talk this down like, holy jeez. I mean, talk about simpletons. We're beyond narratives and personal agendas. Now you have zero. It's literally, that meme where the guy's sweating and there's two buttons? It's literally, tweet this is one button, and tweet this and lose credibility is one button. The other button is keep my mouth shut and keep whatever integrity I have left as an analyst intact. And they chose the press the button to lose all credibility. Holy, my Lord. I'm amazed. Social media continues to amaze me every day. There's a new level, people, every day. I say to myself, man, people can't be this dumb. And then, boom, new day, new idiot, and here we are. You know what I mean? I'm actually impressed at this point with the amount of shitty takes and idiots that can gain some sort of a semblance of a following. I mean, we've seen it in this community, but now to see it happen in a broader football community, oh my God, hey, makes me feel so bad that, we aren't the only fan base with some small sect of absolute idiots. We'd love to, just rocket out into space and act like they never existed. They're everywhere. So it makes me feel a little bit better that way. Holy, Scotty said it, a new day, a new dumb. My Lord. Holy. And I gotta thank all over 150 of you in the chat, the over 5,000 people or 4,000 people or 6,000 or 10,000 people that are gonna watch this video by the time this is done. I gotta thank all of you for not being that and actually tuning in and listening, to some common sense, to some reason, funny enough. Holy jeez. And at least people that know what they're talking about. I mean, we've been breaking down every single snap of Tua Tagovailoa's career from an all-22 perspective since day one on this channel. No one knows Tua better than me. No one. I don't care who they are. There could be people who know him as well as me. That's fine. But no one knows Tua better than I do. Okay? I mean, you saw me breaking stuff down. I can tell the way his body leans when he doesn't even have to pump it if he's actually thinking of making that throw. That's how much I know this kid. I know his body movements. I know everything when it comes to the tape of this kid. And the stuff I'm hearing right now is so asinine. This kid is elite. This kid is undeniably elite. I'm going to show you some throws today that you're going to sit back and you're going to be like, holy jeez. When you look at the point of release, you look at what he does. Like, a lot of people didn't know the live. I didn't know until I went back to the all-22. Did all of y'all know he had a 20-yard no-look pass to Tyreek Hill on a dig route? And how did he open the honey hole? You know how he opens the honey hole? Keeps his eye on A-Chain running the wheel up the left sideline, right? Gets the safety. I mean, is it safety? I believe it was a safety. Drops back. He's on the line of scrimmage. He drops back into coverage. All right. He's reading to his eyes. He sees Tua's locked in on Achane. And Achane actually got covered initially because the corner was watching his eyes and bailed on, I believe it was Tyreek. Bails on Tyreek. Goes with Achane. He's locked in on him so hard that even the underneath defender on that dig takes that false step, just takes a slight false step to his right, our left, and boom, ball's there. Like, it's unbelievable stuff. Like, the processing, it's unreal. And to downplay that, he's throwing with anticipation because Tua Tagovailoa right now is one of the best pre-snap, if not the best pre-snap processor in the NFL. I mean, you heard Omar Kelly. The only one he thinks that could do it better is Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is sitting on the sideline right now. Tua Tagovailoa is doing it at a very, very high level right now. He is the efficiency is unbelievable. Tua Tagovailoa, listen, Tyreek is probably going to win MVP if he breaks that 2,000-yard mark. But right now, as of today, as of week 13, Tua Tagovailoa is the MVP in the NFL. And if Tyreek don't, especially if Tua wins out, if we run this gauntlet and we finish off running it against Dallas, against Buffalo, against the Ravens, Tua Tagovailoa might run away with that. I'm just saying. If he runs the gauntlet right now and continues to look the way he looked, see, the whole notion that he can't play in December or we sucked in December was bullshit. Look at the context of last year. Tua was phenomenal in bad weather, snow. Everyone was afraid of Tua playing in bad weather. He was phenomenal. If Sherfield and Tyreek didn't let him down, and if Boyer and the defense didn't let him down, we win that game. Tua was at an MVP level. Tua was crushing Rodgers in that Green Bay game, and it took a concussion to bring Rodgers onto Tua's level. Tua was balling in December, but the teammates around him let him down in Buffalo, and a concussion stopped him from blowing out Green Bay. Tua was balling and back into that MVP. He was back into that MVP realm. He was, if you go back and watch the tape. It's there right for you. And what happened? He was slow coming out of the bye week last year, and then he got right back into it. Looked a little slow coming out of the bye week this year, right back into it. Just saying. Make sure you like this stream. God bless you, Reason. God bless you, Randy. Appreciate you. One of the dudes who's been supporting me since we started doing this. Appreciate you, Randy. Thank you very much. I want to get this in for you guys, get you all hyped up for Hard Knocks. Let's go. Let's get into this, man. This is going to be a good one. So let's get into this. Martin's going to be joining. He's running a little bit late because of traffic and stuff. So he will be here at some point. But until he's here, let's roll this. You know what I mean? So let's get into the film right away for each and every one of you guys. All right, here we go. So let's get into this. The Fog Bowl, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. This was, man, Tua was ridiculous. He had a couple throws he's going to want back when he looks at the film. Tua was ridiculous. Tua was unbelievable. All right. So they got the first play of the game, first play for the Dolphins. Dolphins ball after the Commanders opening drive stalls out and they had to punt. It's 1st and 10 here. You got 2 under center. You got Mostert's a single back, 1-by-1 receiver set. Julian Hill, you're going to watch Julian Hill. He's going to motion to the left side off that right side. It's 21 personnel from Miami. Then Waddle's going to motion. You're going to have cover 2 man look here for Washington. And watch this. Watch Tua. Tua's going to pump off Tyreek's dig, which is going to create a bit more space underneath for Waddle. He's going to be targeted. Watch the pump creates that space. See? He got that defender to bail on it, right? Flip his hips and bail. Watch, I believe it's Jamin Davis, okay? In front of the 20 to the left hashes, right by that 2, yellow shoes. I believe that's Jamin Davis. Watch Jamin Davis off the pump. Look at him bail off the pump. You see him bail? Look at the space that creates underneath. Even had the outside corner bail on it. Easy 5 yards, something that we've been seeing get shut down recently, right? We've been seeing this screen get shut down. They've been reading it. They've been crushing it. Defenses. Look at this. Pump, open. Look at it. Got 2 defenders to bail. Put them in a triangle coverage. Got 2 defenders to bail. Boom, goes underneath. And that's how you get 5 yards, baby. And good effort by Waddle. Good effort by Waddle there. That's good stuff, man. Like, that's just understanding the field. Vision's ridiculous, man. Just understanding the field, understanding the leverage, the defenders, the defense. Man, that's good stuff. Smash the like buttons. It's just small little nuanced stuff that, you guys have been watching me for long enough. It's a small nuanced stuff that geeks me out as an all 22 junkie. And, anyone who's been watching film for a long time, that's usually, it's the big plays are nice. They're fun, but it's the little nuanced stuff at positions that geek you out, whether you're evaluating players in the draft, whatever the case may be, if you've been watching long enough. Okay, so this one, I got to highlight something because we've highlighted all year. I'm probably do a Twitter post about it tomorrow. Tyreek and that jab step. Tyreek and that jab step. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times have I highlighted it when we've done the All 22 Tua Tuesdays breakdowns this year? Him as a route runner, that is why Tyreek is open so much more than he was than last year. That's why Tyreek is threatening 2K. It's not so much about Tua forcing him. It's what are you going to do? Look off an open guy? And one of the things that really has gotten better with Tyreek this year is his ability as a route runner in this offense, but also his footwork, his release, and how he's been stemming routes. And he's been using jab steps on his stems, and guys have been selling because that speed is so deadly, and you got to anticipate, because if you don't anticipate that speed and you let Tyreek dictate the play to you, he's going to beat you, right? So watch Tyreek here, okay? He's at the bottom of the screen. He's in the middle right there, all right? You got right here, it's 3rd and 2 after a 3-yard Mostert run. You got 2 in the gun. Empty backfield, 3-by-2 set for Miami. Washington, they're in a cloud 3-1 look on this. Achane, he's going to cook up at the top of the screen, at the very top of the screen. Watch Achane. He cooks his man off the line. All he's going to do is swipe away the hands, get the inside, and take off. But Tyreek, if you watch Tyreek down at the bottom, Watch what I'm talking about. Watch his release. Watch Tyreek, okay? Snap the ball. Look at that. Jab. Boom. Look at how quick that jab was, and he's gone. Holy good gracious. What do you do? What do you do when, if you've been watching the film from last year to this year, Tyreek his footwork's better. His releases are better. His route running's better. Tyreek has become a crisper, more well-rounded receiver in this offense. And that's why this stuff is happening. It's not Tua forcing it. It's nothing like that. It's the nuanced things that Tyreek's done in this offense to develop his game, and it's paying off. Again, watch, stutter, and then jab. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. That is disgusting. What do you do? What do you do? Like, it's just, I got to watch it one more time. Watch this again. It's ridiculous. And watch Achane. Look at Achane. I froze it there. Achane's already gone. Because if you watch him, he's going to swipe the defender's hands away, and then he just cooks them on the inside. But again, watch this. Stutter, jab, gone. Boom. Come on. That is ridiculous stuff. That is high-level stuff right there. And Tua ID'd it, knew it, dropped it in the bucket. He knew it. He saw it, ID'd it, and dropped it in the bucket. Good stuff. Look at that. Moves his head around a little bit, and then boom. All day, baby. Let's go. That's good stuff right there. And that is the best wide receiver and quarterback combo in the NFL. 7-0 Miami after a Sanders extra point. Unbelievable. Let's go. So now Washington, they go 3-and-out on their next drive. The Dolphins have the ball. They're still up 7. You got Tyreek. He's going to motion in the backfield there. We see that split back pistol look once more that we've seen. 1-by-1 receiver set, 21 personnel. Washington's in quarters, but they'll drop to cover 3. Tyreek is going to motion out left. Tua is going to fake the handoff. He's going to look off Waddle's dig with a pump fake and then take a shot as he tries to get it Tyreek on the wheel route into the flats. You got to commit to the wheel here. It's okay to use your head and move a defender. The pump cost him. If you watch here, if you take away that pump, he's not getting hit. You got to be a little bit more decisive in that pocket right there on this play. The pump, I get what you're trying to do. Open space, create space. Right there, he's trying to, right? See? And it worked. If that defender wasn't there, Tyreek's gone up that sideline. It worked. Again, it worked. The idea was right. But you have to understand your protection, and you have to know where the free rusher's coming. You got to see that. Like, you ID that. Either get it out there, like, just get it out there is what you got to do. Scrap the pump. You can't. You don't have that no time, Tua. No one's triggers that fast. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? This is just, you got to be decisive after the handoff. Because of that free rusher and because of where the rush went, you're not getting that block pickup. So, okay, you're moving the defenders with your eyes because you're looking at Waddle right now. Come back to it. Don't pump. Come back to the wheel and throw it coming out of the flats. That's all you got to do right there. So that's on Tua. He'd probably want that one back. I get what you're doing. The pump worked. We showed the pump worked. Look at pump worked, but the pump also cost you. So can't have that pump with a free rusher coming off that edge. You just can't. So good idea. Extra motion cost you. And you took a unnecessary hit because of it. 2nd and 10 now. 2 in the pistol. With Mostert, you got Achane. He's going to motion out tight right into a stack with Julian Hill. Waddle split out to the left. 21 personnel for Miami here. Got quarters for Washington. And Achane's going to motion at the snap, and it's a forward toss to him. And watch him shift his way through a little seam. Look at that little seam right there. Ooh. See how explosive he was? Watch how quickly he bursts through that little seam he gets. Watch this. Little seam right there. Watch. Burst. Boom. Look at that. Whew. Oh, this kid's special, man. This kid is special. Did we find the Marshall Falk for our greatest show on turf? Look at him. He's just like shot out of a cannon. Boom. Right through it. Like, man, what a good runner. Decisive, quick. His first step is so explosive, shifty, make himself small through holes. Love it, man. All right, here we go. All right, you got to see this one. Whoo-wee. Okay, now, this is a dime here, okay? This is a dime, and this is a placement dime. 3rd and 4. You got 2 in the gun. Achane to his left. 2x2 receiver set. 11 personnel for Miami. Washington, they're in Tampa 2 here. Achane, he's going to end up motioning out to the right on this, okay? This is going to be an absolute dart from Tua to Waddle. Waddle here, okay, top of your screen, orange shoes. He's going to be running a dig route. And as he's just starting to come across the field, Tua's going to watch his release off the line of scrimmage. By the corner is going to release him off the line of scrimmage. Tua IDs it and is going to drop a dime. And if you watch it too, Tua also is going to back shoulder this throw to avoid the safety over the top, or watch, the linebacker's going to come up on an angle, trying to lay the hammer from underneath. So watch this, the placement, the anticipation. Watch, you get the motion right there from Achane. Look, it IDs the release. I've got him. He sees it right off the rip, right? IDs the release. Look at that throw. Back shoulder, so he doesn't get lit up, right? If I lead you ahead to the 49 of Washington, you've got either this linebacker underneath who can lay the licking, or you got this guy over the top of you that can just come downhill and destroy you. Tua back shoulders it, spins him around. Good placement, smart placement, protects his receiver from the hit at the end of the throw. Love it. 16-yard gain, first down. Led him to a first down, not a trip to the hospital, as Scotty Joe would say. There you go. Now you got 2nd and 14 after Mostert gained 12 on one run, then followed up with a 4-yard loss on the next. 2 in the gun, empty backfield. Tyreek and Smythe, well, they're stacked to the left. You got a stack in the right slot, and Mostert split out wide right outside the stack. You got quarters for Washington. Ingold, he's going to motion to the left. And Tua is going to have Smythe on the quick curl, but he looks it off for a toss to Ingold behind the line of scrimmage that loses 3. Man, again, be decisive. Look at it. See, he sees him. Right there, he sees him. Throw it, Tua. Throw him. Right? And then you come off. Why'd you come off that? Why did you come off that? Look at that. Okay? You didn't like the shallow crosser. You come back to Smythe. You didn't like the shallow crosser on the right side of your progressions. You come back to the left. Smythe's hand. Come on, man. And you're looking at him and you pump him off and you roll out. For that, not a good decision by Tua Tagovailoa. Not a good decision. Got to be more decisive with the football and take Durham Smythe. Dr. O Quiet. I call them medicine balls. I actually call them can openers. That's what we used to call them growing up. Can opener throws. Because you get open like a can when you get hit. And even sometimes you make that nice noise of the pressure releasing as well. 3rd and 17 after back-to-back negative plays for Miami. 2 is in the gun. It's an empty backfield. 2 receivers stacked out to the left. Trips right for Miami. Cover 4 for the Commanders. And if you watch, Achane's going to orbit motion to the right. Waddle's going to fight through the Jam and Davis jam and break off on a mesh route. And boom. There you go. Tua hits him. Waddle gains 12s, but he's 5 yards short of the first. And then Jason Sanders would convert a 49-yard field goal on the next play. He'd make it 10-0. But good effort by Waddle. Look at him when he fights through that. Look at that was a hold, right? Like he got held. Like that wasn't just a jam. Look at it. I'll freeze it for you guys. Look at it. That's a clear hold. Like he's tugging. That's a hold. And there was no flag. But that's a hold. And good fight from Waddle to get through that jam. Look at that's is there a the guy's got his jersey? I can see his pads. That's not like a slight hold. That's an egregious hold. And anyways, shout out to Waddle. He fights through it, keeps his balance, makes the catch, makes a man miss. Good shiftiness by Waddle. Waddle looks as healthy as he's looked all season. I gotta say. Waddle looks like he's got that explosion back, right? So we converted the 49-yard field goal on the next play, made it 10-0. Still 10-0 after Commanders 3 and out here. 1st and 10, 2 in the gun, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. You got Achane. He's going to motion out wide left here. It's quarters for Washington. Tua's going to hesitate on Smites in route, then pumps it and flushes out. But watch this. Waddle's going to adjust his post. Look at adjust his post. Comes back to Tua on the move. Tua drops a dime. And Waddle just drops it. What's good, Sean? Waddle just drops it. Guys, this is absolutely inexcusable. I mean, no one has defended Waddle more than I have on Twitter, on here. Come on, man. That is a and also the narrative that Tua can't extend plays and make throws. Stop. Well, how many times do we see Tua do this? We see him do it in the red zone all the time. Okay, let alone out here in open space. But great play by Tua. Extend it, make the throw. Come on, Waddle. I mean, that's big yardage left on the field. That is big time yardage left on the field. And what happens? It would end up hurting us on this drive, right? Look at this. Look at the plates. Look at the coverage. Coverage is great. Tua extends, gets out off platform, makes a throw right in the numbers. That's egregious. Listen, Waddle, no one loves you more than me. You know that. You were my wide receiver 1 in that class. Brother, you got to make that catch and turn it upfield. Like, oh boy. And can I say something? First of all, shout out to Martin. He's here now, but credit to Tua because there's a lot of quarterbacks that would get you down, that would piss you off, right? And Tua, instead, we heard Tyreek talk about on the RG3 podcast. What does Tua say to Tyreek after a drop? Tua comes up and says, hey, Tyreek, I need you here, man. Come on, let's go. He doesn't hammer you because, man, and I'm guilty of this. I would hammer my receiver sometimes if they drop something like that. I mean, I would because when you get in that competitive spirit, when you're in the heat of the moment, it's easier to get angry. You know what I mean? It's different when that's at practice. You laugh it off. Middle of the game, but they're up 10-0. Martin, I mean, that was as egregious as a drop as Waddle's probably ever had, huh?
Yeah, that's we got to have it play. You got to have that. Again, what's up, everybody? What's our reason? I'm a little late, but I've been keeping up with the play-by-play. But Jalen Waddle knows that more than anybody else. Tyreek is wide receiver 1. Jalen Waddle is the clear and definitive wide receiver 2. But Jalen Waddle needs to show up. That's the only thing.
And it's sad because what he could have done after the catch there with how healthy and explosive he looks right now, right. Like it sucks. Like that could have been like a 30+ yard play, with you look at how the coverage was and stuff. So gotta make those. Mm-hmm. Gotta make those. I was asked, could it be the lefty spin? Nah, it's not the lefty spin. It's just concentration drops, which, I mean, those can be fixed, but, you can't take her off the ball, man. I don't know what to say. 3rd and 17, and that would end up hurting us, right? 3rd and 17 after Achane lost 7 on a rush attempt. We got 2 in the gun. Moser to his right. Waddle split out wide left. Stack in the left slot. Berrios to the left of it. 11 personnel for Miami, Tampa 2 for Washington. If you watch Tyreek Hill here, he's going to motion out left. It's going to be a screen to Tyreek, who tries to do way too much. Way too much. And, what are you saying, bro? And he ends up losing 6 yards on the play. Eichenberg was also flagged for an eligible player downfield, and Berrios was called for an offensive pass interference. So even if Tyreek Hill got out of the backfield and made this miraculous play, it's coming back.
It's just one of those plays where we're in 3rd and forever trying to get the ball out.
Yeah.
It's a quick screen play, and it resulted in a negative play. This is just another situation that you got to chalk up. Like, okay, we can't put ourselves in that down the distance. Yeah. But it also highlights that Tua could have had a 300-yard game, bro. Because
easy.
You got 350. You got that play right there. You got the Ingo play where he caught and lost like 4 or 5 yards. I can't remember the amount. And you got the Waddle drop you're talking about an easy 25 yards
Yeah,
right
that
there.
Ingold throw before you
You know.
showed up, Martin. I mean, what
Mm-hmm.
he looked right at Smythe. He looked right at him, and Smythe had his hands out, no one around him, and
Right.
he looked him off for the worst throw. I was baffled by that one. I didn't get it. I didn't get that one.
Well, it kind of looked like he was glaring to the right, worked his way back left, and the defender was already in Smythe's vicinity, to where he couldn't necessarily put that ball where he wanted to put it. More than likely, he should have just been working left,
Got to
regardless.
be decisive. He looked a little indecisive
Yeah.
early on, I thought. Early on.
Yeah.
He looked a little
Mm-hmm.
indecisive,
Mm-hmm.
So now it's 17-7 after AVG had his pick 6 on the next play, and it was followed up by a 10-play Washington drive that ended in a Sam Howell rushing touchdown. 1st and 10 after a 6-yard Mostert run was followed by an end around to Tyreek that gained another 6. 2 under center. Mostert is a single back, 1x2 receiver set, 21 personnel. Washington in cover 4. And you see here, Achane is going to motion to the left. And what's going to happen here is Tua is going to fake the handoff. He's going to try to split the defenders and throw a deep bomb at a double coverage. And it's just out of reach of Waddle on his go route. I actually thought this was closer than people thought. Like when you watch
Mm-hmm.
if Waddle just adjusted a little inside, this is way closer than it actually looked on the broadcast right here on the God view, right? But I mean, why are you trying to split those defenders? I mean, look at
Yeah.
if you just adjusted to an inside hatch a little bit more, because
Right.
that's where it looked like he was leaning, right? If you watch him,
Right.
you can watch the stem here from this view. Watch Waddle. It looks like, okay, watch where he's starting right there, right? Okay, we saw where he was. Now you look at the trajectory. He's leaning more inside, so Tua threw him leaning inside into that inner hash, and he just straightened it out. Then all of a sudden, he straightened it out at the end there, right? And if he would have actually, and there's a little bit, maybe was there a hold there? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying if Tua threw it on his trajectory, right? Like you can watch, okay, like watch where here, let me start on this from this shot. Because watch Waddle's feet. Watch where Waddle's feet are on this, is what I'm saying, right? Okay. Watch where, okay, see where Waddle, how close he is to the 50 there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, ball's up. Look at how far away he is from the outside numbers.
Okay. He was bending.
How he's bending in, right? And Tua's throwing him like he's going to fully bend, but watch. Waddle straightens the stem. Look, so he didn't bend.
I got you. Yeah.
Threw him like he's going to bend.
It's subtle, but it's obvious.
It's there. Yeah. So
at the very least, Tua gave him a chance. You know,
bro, if he bended it properly, it's there, but he's gone.
55-yard heave in the air, go and get it, Jalen Waddle. But Jalen just didn't track the football particularly too well on that play. And trust me when I say, man, everybody before the season was trying to elevate Jalen Waddle into a top 10 wide receiver in this league, right? And the reason why I always had some pushback on it is because I know that there's another level that Jalen Waddle needs to arrive in. There's another aspect to his game once he steps into that mindset, like how he was at Alabama, no nonsense, pardon the language, but on demon time, and I don't really like to say that word, but that's how Jalen was at Alabama when he's full focus, full serious, full throttle. I mean, he goes after that football, he catches. You know what I mean? So when he gets back to that, no different than Tua's getting back to his heyday and his kind of what we drafted him for, that's when you're going to see certain things happen that we're anticipating. But right now, he's still climbing. There's still reps for him to stack on top of each other to gain back that full confidence. So we'll wait. We'll wait for him.
2nd and 10 right now. 2 in the pistol. 2x2 receiver set off Achane's motion to the right. 11 personnel. Quarters again for the Commanders, but they'll drop to cover 3. It's just a forward toss to Achane. He's going to gain 3 yards. He delivers a nasty little stiffy, eh? Love it. One more time.
Achane, yeah. The blocking scheme is
Boom.
it's just always next level. Every time I see like the blocking scheme from the wide receiver to the offensive line, it's an excellent play design. And Achane still made a play. Dude came in free, stiff armed him, made a little. You saw that little move that
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that little that he made in that little hole right there. So
Yeah.
hey, Achane's getting back too, man. You know when you pay attention.
3rd and 7 now, 2 in the gun. Achane to his left, 1-by-3 receiver set, 11 personnel for Miami. Washington shows cover 3. Hill motions out right. Watch this. Kendall Fuller is going to have his hips open to the inside of the field during his back pedal. Looks a bit flat-footed right there. Tyreek blows right by him, gaining inside leverage on his go route. And Tua throws it deep, baby. Over Tyreek's outside shoulder. And, you know, he made a great adjustment to bring that in. But if I want to bring it back here for a sec, because one thing that needs to be highlighted too, again, Tua looks out for his wide receiver here, right? This is a nuanced throw to avoid that safety over the top, right? Like he's trying to avoid him from getting licked by that safety. And that's why he's putting him back over that shoulder. And another, you know, hey, looking out for my receiver. Great adjustment, great ball tracking from Tyreek Hill. 60-yard touchdown for 6. 24/7 Miami, baby. Just like music. Let's go.
Hey, man, that was that was a 50-yard raindrop by Tua. If you're not paying attention to how he led Tyreek Hill open on that play, even if Tyreek was supposed to run a skinny post, and even if Tua was supposed to throw a skinny post,
he still made the right adjustment.
Listen, everybody. The throw could be exactly what Tyreek Hill ran, the skinny post. But the reason why Tua had to throw it that way is when you see a safety at that position and you see your 4-2-1 wide receiver running downfield, blowing by the deep third coverage, you throw him away from that safety and you allow him to make that play for you with the football. And he put enough touch on that to where it literally just dropped like a
it hung and let him get under it. It hung and let him get under it. Right?
It's perfect. That was the perfect throw.
Yeah.
And shout out to the pass protection on this play, the blitz pickup by the offensive line and Raheem Mostert at running back.
Yeah, right there.
That's what gave him that split second to make pretty much the perfect pass right there. I mean, high level execution all around, man.
It is.
Love
man.
that.
People trying to say Tyreek. Listen, did Tyreek have to adjust? Yes, but Tyreek even said after he watched the play back, it was his Tua made the right throw. He should have adjusted sooner based off the safety, right? He didn't see the safety though. Tua made that right throw, made the right read. Man, just high level stuff from Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know.
Right in stride. I mean,
you know what I noticed?
You could have handed off better.
Like there were some throws in this game. Obviously, we'd want back, and we've gone over a majority of them already. Basically,
right.
Tua for the most part was so efficient, and every throw he made counted. And when you see, that's why Tua only had to throw 24 times because you had the run game doing what it was doing, and Tua was making the most of his throws for like 90% of them.
High efficiency,
high efficiency, man. This is the stuff where I said keep your big armed, highlight reel, cannon armed quarterbacks and give me high level accuracy, efficiency, and football IQ. And we just saw it all in one play right there.
Say that.
And that is, you know what? That's what Tom Brady built a goddamn dynasty on, bro. That's it. So, and that's what we can build a dynasty on. Just saying.
We just got to keep chiseling. We got to keep chiseling away.
Exactly. It's got to keep getting better. Look at Tom Brady, 15, 16 years in his career. What was it about? Getting better every day, right? Getting better every day. Getting better every day. He never stopped getting better. Yo, listen, complacency.
It's a big fact.
Complacency is the biggest enemy to success, right? So,
you're never too good.
Yeah, exactly. You can always get better, man. Commanders punt again on their drive. So now it's 3rd and 6 after 4 straight runs. 3 by Moser, 1 by Achane for a total of about 19 yards. 2 in the gun, Achane to his left. Tyreek Hill split out to the left. Smythe and Berrios stacked in the right slot with Waddle to that side next to them. 11 personnel. It's cover 6-2-4 for the Commanders here. Achane's going to motion out left. If you watch this, I mean, to me, I talked about this before we started. Guys, this is what I talked about in the opening of the show. This is high-level stuff right here, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Watch this. The corner's going to bail on up at the top, okay, where Tyreek is. Corner's going to bail off Tyreek. Defender's going to bail off Tyreek for Achane's wheel route, all right? In the middle here, right, you see that defender in the box who looks like he's coming through the A gap over the left, shading the left shoulder of Connor Williams. That's Quayne Martin. He's going to drop back into coverage. And if you watch Tua, okay, Achane's going to come up that left side on the wheel. Tua's going to keep his eyes locked on Achane. That's going to cause that defender on Tyreek to bail with Achane, and that's going to cause Quayne Martin, who drops back into coverage, he's going to take a false step out to the right side of the field. What's that going to do? That's basically going to open up the honey hole for Tua, and Tua's going to hit that honey hole shot on the dig to Tyreek, and it's also a no-look pass. This whole time, understand this, Tua keeps his eyes locked on the wheel. He does not look at Tyreek. This is unreal processing and recognition. This is high-level stuff. I'm going to play it full through to the God view so you can see the God view shows this is a no-look pass from Tua Tagovailoa. This is ridiculous. Watch what he does here. Here comes the wheel. He's locked on the wheel. Boom. Ball's out. Okay, now you come back here because you got to ask yourself, why does the defender who drops back take a false step? Right? False step's right there. Why do you false step? And the answer comes, here comes the answer. Now watch to his head on the God view. Watch to his head on the God view through this throw. Motion out. Locked on the left. Look at, see? 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 He made a glance at Tyreek before he threw his head back to Achane. Watch. Watches Achane. He's locked on Achane. Looks at Tyreek. Now he's at Tyreek. Comes back to Achane. Now he's on Achane. Throw. Ew. Come on, Tua. Stop this right now. Stop this right now.
Disgusting.
Frame by frame, baby. Right. Achane, Tyreek. Achane, throw. Come on.
Flick of the wrist, too.
Oh.
Flick of the wrist, too.
Bro, because he knew going back to that would get that false step, would open that hole. And going back to it, open the hole. That's ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous. Stop right now. Holy jeez. If this was Mahomes, this would be they'd still be talking about it on ESPN.
Did you see that throw Patrick Mahomes made?
Look, even Scotty said that. Scotty said if that was Mahomes, the play would be leading ESPN every hour. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, bro.
Nah, that was an excellent play, man. Shout out to Tua, man. And Tua's gaining confidence.
Here damn, I didn't even notice that.
I did not notice that. And shout out to Tua, man, because he's slowly but surely and subtly gaining confidence, and this happens to him every year since his rookie year. After the bye week, there's a lull, but after he gets that, second game in, and by the third game, this dude is just right back into a level of focus. I'm like, yo, this is just who he is, bro.
Yeah.
So
we got to get rolling here. We got 27 minutes to Hard Knocks, and we got 12 plays to get through here. So we'll highlight the big ones for you guys. So 2nd and 7 after 3-yard Achane run, 2 in the gun. Achane in the backfield, out wide to his left, 1x3 receiver set. 11 personnel for Miami. Cover 6-4-2 for the Commanders. Achane's going to motion to the right. Tua's going to bomb it up the left side to Waddle, who gains outside leverage because he sold the in and then tried to get upfield on the go route. See that there? And then it's incomplete, but St. Just is called for the DPI. I mean, he clearly got both hands on Waddle when you watch the replay here. Pushed him and affected his ability to get to the ball, make the play. for me, you got to ID. Listen, you got the DPI. That's great. Got to ID Barrios shallow crosser. That takes the coverage with him. And watch what, look at Smythe again. You know what I mean? But hey, you got the flag. It is what it is. A great route by watch ready? Sell the in with the jab and then boom, gone. But you got to fight through that, not go around him after you sell that jab too. But anyways, drew the flag, DPI. Your thoughts?
Nah, pass interference, but he did have Tyreek again on that in-breaking route. But he still gave Waddle an opportunity. That was the key on this play. He saw an opportunity for a touchdown. He's already gotten 2 for Tyreek. He wanted to give one to Waddle. So that's the chance he took.
So 2nd and 20 after Tyreek Hill end around, loses about 10 yards on first down. 2 is in the gun, empty backfield. Tight stack to the left, stack in the right slot, and Waddle split out wide right. Cover 4 for the Dolphins. Mostert's going to orbit motion, and it's a screen back Mostert's way for an 8-yard gain right there. Good block in there. Well, a good effort, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Hey, right read, right throw. Nothing more to this, man. He just read it perfectly. He got the ball out of his hands. Easy
peasy. Give you a little bit more physical there, Barrios.
Raheem most of the beats.
Look at Austin Jackson get in there. Not a boy.
Austin knew what time it was. He knew what time it was.
So 3rd and 12 after the screen to Moser, 2 in the gun. Moser to his right, 3-by-1 receiver set for Miami, 10 personnel, cover 6-4-2 for Washington. Watch Waddle here. He's going to run an absolutely fantastic route. He's going to gain inside leverage off his release. Jab step like he's running an out route at the top of his stem, which sells St. Juice to the outside, and it creates a cushion as Waddle breaks in on the dig route. Tua hits him for the 16-yard gain down to the 4. Great pocket movement by Tua on this play too, as he avoids interior pressure, resets his feet, and triggers the Waddle. Big first down.
Heck of a route by Jalen Waddle.
That is a great route by Jalen Waddle.
And I'll tell you what, this is the perfect read by Tua. Also perfect presence in the pocket.
Yeah, look at
it's
that.
A1. That's A1.
Eichenberg.
That's A1.
Yeah.
He did, but at the very least, his defender that beat him stumbled. So he kind of won that rep. Yeah. Subtly. But look at that play by Tua, man.
Great.
I mean, just moves out the way, resets his feet, immediately falls out, and it's right on target. First down, big play.
Mostert would then run it twice after that play, 1 for 3 yards and the other one for a 1-yard touchdown, make it 31-7 for Miami. So Dolphins, now they get the ball back to start the second half. 3rd and 2 after back-to-back. Moser runs total 8 yards. 2 in the gun. Moser to his right, 2 receivers to the left, and 2 stacked to the right. 11 personnel. Cover 2 for Washington. Waddle's going to motion to the left. Hill's going to come free on the drag across the shallow part of the middle of the field, thanks to the mesh concept right there, opening it up. And easy 5-yard gain as Tua targets him and moves the sticks for a first down. See, there you go. It's the mesh concept was very effective in opening up the shallow crosser right there for you, right there.
And again, right read, right throw. We got the ball out, fake 3rd down.
That's the first, man.
First down.
What they give you, right? Take what they give you and get that first.
Move the stick. Name of the game.
Don't compromise it.
And that was Tyreek's last catch.
Was it?
Or that was his only catch of the
second half?
Of the second half. Yep.
Man, anyone who took over 150 yards, under 6.5 receptions, and 2 touchdowns, they were rolling in the dough on this weekend. I hit a parlay like that a couple weeks ago. I had over like 125, under 6.5 catches and a touchdown, and I hit it. Well, 1st and 10 after Tyreek moved the sticks, 2 in the gun, Achane to his right, 2 receivers stacked out to the right, 21 personnel for Miami, cover 6-4-2 for Washington. Achane, he's going to motion to the left of 2 in the backfield, then Ingold's going to motion. 2 is going to take Achane on the wheel route, who makes a man miss, even though this man's going to get hands on him. And watch Achane, he's going to take it upfield for 21 yards. Watch this play. Look at this. Makes the man miss. Look at the balance, the contact balance.
Right.
Good block from Smythe to let him get inside. You know, we need Achane more involved in this passing game, brother. We really do.
I agree. I agree. Perfect read by Tua. And shout out to Durham Smythe, who has been open for like 2 or 3 plays.
That's
didn't
3.
get the football.
Yeah.
But he's
3.
still a professional where he knows he needs to at least set up a block to allow his teammates to gain more yards. I mean, consummate professional, man.
110%. Good call.
2nd
and 7 after Achane followed his catch with a 3-yard run. 2 in the pistol, 2 by 1 wide receiver set, 11 personnel. Washington, they're going to drop from cover 2 to quarters on this play. Cedric Wilson Jr. is going to motion out to the left. Tua's going to take this snap, moves out to his left, and he's going to hit Craycraft on the curl while on the move for a nice, quick, easy 13-yard gain. River Craycraft, go up the river, baby. He made an appearance here. Love it.
We got a Craycraft sighting. Hey, man, right read, right throw, quick and decisive by Tua. This guy view says it all.
Yeah.
Look how quick and look how decisive Tua is on this play from the God view. He literally had zero hesitation. Knew exactly where he needed to be.
Nice throw.
Got the ball out in the perfect spot. And with technically pressure around him, you really think about the play action and the rollout.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. Like he's dealing.
He was making them on the move, man. He made it on the move to Waddle and he dropped it, made it on the move there. He's doing it, man. All right. So it's 1st and 10 now, 2 in the gun. Achane's going to motion out wide left in the backfield. And a receiver to the left, 1 in the slot to the right, and one stacked outside to the right here. Washington will shift from cover 6 2-4 to cover 3. Waddle's going to motion out wide right to screen to Waddle right there. And I mean, he puts his head down. He goes upfield. And again, Tua barely got that screen off because again, the pressure was just bearing down off that screen. Hey, this is what it is, 3-yard gain.
And that was a heck of a read by the Commandos defensive end right there, number 56. He kind of read off Jackson's body language. And he was about to rush, and he was like, wait a minute, something's up.
Yeah.
He read it right there, and that affected the type of throw that could have created a tunnel screen. It was more of an outside screen from that point. So that was a great play by the defender.
2nd and 7, 2 in the gun. Achane to his right, 3 by 1 receiver set, 11 personnel for Miami. Washington's in cover 6-4-2, but they'll roll to cover 3 off Achane's motion. 2 again, he's going to make a man miss in the pocket, maneuver up and delivers a strike to Julian Hill on the stab route for completion. And then Hill's going to turn it upfield and he's an absolute house to try and bring down here, right? Holy jeez.
Bruh.
By the time they bring him down, he's gained 21 yards. He's inside Washington's 5.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if Tua starts tapping into Tuscaloosa Tua, who was an absolute David Blaine in the pocket at Alabama, if he starts incorporating that into the professional game and he finds outlets like this, I'm telling y'all right now, bro.
Over.
Tua over. OVA over. Tua is about to, and I think we had this conversation. One of my first conversations with you, Reason, about Tua was when I came on the first. I think it was like the first time I talked to you guys on Phinside The NFL. I think I remember telling you that Tua, his ceiling is Steve Young. His ceiling is Steve Young. Precision passer with a pocket mobility that is once in a lifetime type of pocket mobility. Not escapability. I'm talking about Dan Marino-esque pocket mobility.
Maneuverability.
Right?
Yeah, maneuverability.
Yeah. But you remember too at Alabama how he maneuvered in the pocket and spin moves and stuff like that. If he taps into that and can make it work at the professional level, the NFL's in trouble.
Sure.
The NFL's in trouble if he taps into that. So that was just a sneak peek, man. I love watching that play. My favorite play of the game, watching Tua.
Achane would then finish off that drive with a 4-yard touchdown run on the next play. He made it 38-7. So now it's 38-15 after another Howell touchdown run and a successful 2-point conversion. 2nd and 12 after an 8-yard run by Achane is followed by a 6-yard Achane run that's nullified by an offensive holding by Julian Hill. Tua's in the pistol, but Achane will motion out of it to Tua's right in the backfield. 1 wide receiver to the right, 3 to the left, 11 personnel, cover 6-4-2 for Washington. Tua again is going to avoid pressure in the pocket by sidestepping it, then targets Achane, who's running a flat route, but Tua throws it kind of like he's throwing a wheel, right? Like he throws it like he's running a wheel, so it's incomplete.
That's an excellent adjustment by Tua, but he was about to give Waddle another shot if you really look at it from the field view, but Hunt, kind of overcommitted to the stunt, and he whipped on the stunt block, which affected Tua's opportunity to give it to Waddle. Waddle on that play, I guarantee Tua was trying to launch that thing for him, but again, didn't work out. Maneuvered in the pocket, but the second throw to Achane, it's very underrated. That little touch right there. I mean, come on, man. If Achane was in full speed, full stride, that would have been a bucket, and I think Achane might have housed
Achane was running a flat route, and he was expecting him to want to run a wheel up the sideline. That's what it looks like he threw.
Yeah, but Achane kind of slowed up on the last couple of yards of that play. I don't know if he just gave up on the route.
It looked like he was running. He thought he was running I think it was a miscommunication. It looked like he thought he was running a flat.
Okay, and then he got jammed up with the defender.
He got jammed up, and then he runs out into the flat instead of turning up field. So that tells me, he didn't think he had to run a wheel. That's what it tells me.
Yeah, improvision. Yeah, improvise.
Yeah. So now it's 3rd and 12 after that incompletion to Achane. 2 is in the gun, empty backfield, 3x2 receiver set, Tampa 2 for the Commanders. Barrios is going to motion to the inside left slot here. 2 is going to step up in the pocket after starting his reads to the right side of the field, and then he's going to fire across back to left sideline to Tyreek's deep out. Look at this throw. Oh, and Tua even held it like the Curry hold. Did you see Tua hold it? Like
I see it, man.
Hey, Tua with the Curry hold, and bro, incompletion. But what a strong, confident throw from Tua. What an effort by Tyreek.
It was.
If Tyreek's the bigger receiver, he gets his feet in.
Yeah, but also I thought Tua was a hitch step too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a hitch step too late. Tyreek Hill won the route early, and Tua lets go of that football earlier. But that double hitch, you know what I mean?
But
if he did that one hitch, I think he would have got it there on time.
I'm just saying, if you're a taller receiver, those feet are there, right there.
I agree with that too. But that's why I'm saying it was just a hitch step too late.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
You can see it. The hitch in the pump.
Mm-hmm.
No, not the hitch in the pump. The hitch in the ball pat. The ball pat, right?
Yeah, he did have a pat on that. Yeah,
he hitched and ball patted. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard Achane run. You would have loved to see that completion, though. That would have been a dime and a half. Did that. Oh my God. 2 in the pistol here with Mostert, 1x2 receiver set, 21 personnel for Miami. Washington cover 2. Achane's going to motion out right. 2 is going to take Julian Hill leaking out of the backfield after pulling across the backside for a quick 5-yard gain to move the sticks. Nothing really spectacular here. Pick the handoff. Again, taking what they give him, and he's a house to try and bring down. Good God.
Yeah, correct check down by Tua. Julian is really physical after the catch.
I agree, but my thing is he's not quick enough and a good enough an athlete to threaten the seams and stuff, Like
I agree with that, but I'm just looking at it as a sign of I think we can really use him.
No, I think he could be a number 2 when you move off Smythe, but I wouldn't make him my focal point. You know what I mean?
No.
I asked Omar Kelly yesterday. And I was shocked at his answer because I think he's totally wrong. I asked him, we're looking for that wide receiver 3. Is that missing piece a tight end who can be a playmaker, threaten the seams, but also be out there and be relied on to block, like we've seen a guy like Kittle be in this offense, et cetera, et cetera. And he was a resounding no, and I thought he was crazy. So, anyways.
As far as what's missing in the offense.
Because I think if you get a third, if that third option is a tight end who's athletic enough to threaten the seams, but can also stay on the field and not sell you out and show the defense what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
They don't buy in on it being a pass play right away because you can't run block. If you get like what Kittle was enchanted, like look at what listen. This is why I think Omar Kelly's way off base with that answer. Look what Kittle did in an offshoot of this offense with Shanahan. Stop right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a play, you know what Brock Bowers could do in this offense? Are we serious right now? You know what Kyle Pitts could do in this offense? Stop right now. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Or even bringing Rob Gronkowski back out of retirement for one last ride.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
That's why I think Ertz would have been actually, if he was healthy, deadly in this offense because he can threaten the seams and threaten the red zone. Now, I know they want that red zone threat scheme to be as a common because they want to do stuff out of 11 personnel and 21 and 12 personnel. But yeah, I mean that offers you another layer to this offense that can really make you even more indefensible. But that's just Anyways. 3rd and 5 after back-to-back Achane runs, 1 for 3 yards, 1 for 2 yards. 2 is in the gun. Waddle in the backfield to his left. Tyreek Hill split out to left. Wide trips bunch to the right. 11 personnel. Washington in cover 2. 2 is going to take Waddle out of the backfield, who tries to shake the defender and fly up the seam, but it's broken up as the coverage was tight. I'd start just naturally. I'd start my progressions to that bunch side, and the reason why is because just historically off bunch sets. That underneath route usually comes free if the other 2 routes are taking defenders with them high. And that's exactly what happens here with Achane's out route. The defenders go high, and there it is. But Dolphins end up punting with a 38-15 lead, and then Mike White would come in and finish off the game.
I still think it was the right read, but that was a hell of a play by Jamin Davis right there. It was a mismatch with Jalen Waddle in the backfield.
Yeah, it was, but he didn't create the separation you want.
Yeah, exactly. I think Jalen Waddle, when he sees something like that, man, he's supposed to sell out on that out route and then just put that foot in the ground. Boom. I mean, he would have been wide open.
He tried. He didn't sell. The guy, got a hand on him, right, and stayed with him by getting a hand on him. That's basically what happened, right? He got the hand on him right there on the hip, and that's what stuck him with them. See? And then he just followed the grab. He just followed the grab. Now, if he would have sold out and not got the handout, he's cooked.
I kind of think that Waddle may have rushed the angle in on that play because again, you're going up against an athletic linebacker in Jamin Davis. I agree, but when you're a wide receiver, man, he's gonna jump on your first, your first kind of route concept. So. Did I cut off?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, yeah. I thought Jamin would have definitely bit if Waddle did like a full out and then just put his foot in the ground and just right back in. He would have been wide open. But like how you said, in that bunch formation, man, you got guys right there. You can work that too. So decent film. I love watching this film from Tua after these last 2 games. Clearly is taking his steps back into the confidence that we know him for. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, he's about to turn the corner on Monday Night Football against a Justin Jefferson list. Not Justin Jefferson, I'm sorry.
Caddy, you know what the deal is. I've said it. Luke Lackley, get him if you don't get Bowers. Draft Iowa tight ends. They always work out. Anyways, go ahead.
What's the guy's name for Tennessee Titans defensive tackle?
What? Jeffrey Simmons?
Jeffrey Simmons. I'll say Justin Jefferson. Jeffrey Simmons. He will not be playing this game, right?
Yeah.
This is an opportunity.
Autry was good this week, though. So
I respect it, but it's not Jeffrey. Not even close. And we need to take advantage of that. Whether it be in the run game or even in Tua just maintaining comfort in the pocket. Mm-hmm. Man, we got an opportunity against the Tennessee Titans come Monday Night Football. But shout out to Tua, man. This was a good game against the Washington Commandos. He played well. I wish that was their real name, the Commandos. Dude,
Brock Bowers is probably gonna be a top 10, top 15 pick, probably, bro.
He'll be top 10. He'll be top 10 for sure.
All right, guys.
Especially considering George Kittle and Sam Laporta's success at tight end they need those are they're in now. They're back in.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys, we'll let you go. Over, almost 300 of you in the room. Smash that like button. We peaked up well over 300 in the room today. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Go ahead. Go enjoy Hard Knocks. It starts in about 5 minutes. I appreciate all of you. And we will talk to all of you. I'll be live tomorrow. There's no finish line tomorrow. It'll be me. I'll be live at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I got a good one for you guys lined up. And then me and Neil will be live on Thursday for Fin Too Deep. And then we will preview the Titans game on Friday. And then we'll be live for Monday Night Football. And me and Martin will probably be back Wednesday next week because of the time the film's going to come out thanks to Monday Night Football. All right? Fins up. Appreciate all you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Enjoy Hard Knocks.